You as well. Look. I'm glad we're here. Together.
Me too.
Listen, Peter. Aren't they beautiful?
Hmm.
They're telling us things are going to be all right.
Sure. I must complain in the strongest possible terms about the new security measures.
I'm sorry, Mr. Pfeffer, but downstairs is off limits until further notice, except for those with responsibilities.
You can't keep us prisoners in this attic, Mr. Frank.
We are prisoners, Mr. Pfeffer. None of us can afford another encounter like the last one.
Now, see here.
It's been decided.
Not by me.
If the Allies knew about Mr. Pfeffer, maybe they'd be here already.
We go.
And if we're not very careful, there's going to be a wedding on our hands.
Do you know what this is, Hartog? If you have mice, you need a trap. I know where they're hiding.
This is Armed Forces Radio. Today is the day. Today is D-Day. At 0630 hours, Allied forces under the command of General Dwight D. Eisenhower landed on beaches throughout Normandy. Fighting is heavy, but victory is assured. To the people of Western Europe, we say, be strong, have faith, stand firm. 1944 will be the year of your liberation.
My girls, we made it.
Just think of it, Anne. We'll be back in school in October. School. Hello.
I know there's going to be a celebration later, right? But I just wanted to be the first to say it. So happy 15th birthday.
Oh, thank you, Peter. They're lovely.
Mate, you bought them for me. Cost me everything I had. And it's worth it to see you smile. What are you doing?
Can't believe I was so innocent when I wrote some of this. But I'm trying to make it better. I'm dreaming of turning it into a novel.
Does it have a title yet?
Maybe the unbosomings of an ugly duckling. Or the secret annex.
You must say something.
Why make trouble? That man won't say anything. He's got his reasons.
What about the neighbors? Maybe they've heard something. Pipes. People talking. God knows what.
I'm staying out of it.
They'll catch you. They'll find out you've been hiding from them. Why didn't you report when you were supposed to? Have you thought about what will happen?
Of course I've thought about it.
How long will you wait? Until the Gestapo comes to take you away? What shall I do then? Who cares about a bunch of Jews? They've got it coming to them anyway. It's our lives I'm talking about, Leonard.
He's fighting at Caen. According to the reports, won't be long now. Do you think it's such a good idea, you spending so much time in the attic? Don't you think you should do your homework in your room?
Daddy, you of all people know what Mr. Pfeffer's like.
Your father's trying to say that you're spending a little bit too much time with Peter.
I don't understand. Are we doing something wrong?
No. It's just, you encourage him a little too much, I think. You should set limits.
Don't you like him?
I think he has potential, yes. This is the wrong environment for an infatuation, and I must say I'm not certain I approve of all the necking.
I hate that word.
Just don't take things too seriously. That's all we were asking.
I think I'm old enough now to make my own decisions. Besides, he likes my smile.
Well, that went well.
Ever since I was little, I used to think my parents had the perfect marriage. I can't remember ever once hearing them argue. Daddy even used to serve Mummy breakfast in bed.
Can you imagine my father doing that for my mother? Probably hit him with a tray. Or vice versa.
Mummy loves Daddy. I'm sure of that. But sometimes I think Daddy married her because he thought she would be a good wife. Do you see the difference? I asked Daddy about it once. You know what he said? Your mother's very dutiful. Dutiful. I want so much more than that.
I say, let the Nazis kill each other, less work for the British and the Russians.
This time next month, we'll be having our Shabbat meal in freedom.
This is not a meal, this is garbage. Your people could be doing more for us.
Mr. Pfeffer, how could you say something like that? Have you thought about what would happen if meat were caught with one of your little packages from Charlotte?
Now you even begrudge me my Charlotte. And you think you're the only lonely person in the world.
Yes, those in glass houses.
What's that supposed to mean?
This modern household of yours.
It's the same argument over and over again.
Some people never learn.
You could afford to take some lessons too. You're selfish, you're hysterical, and you're pushy.
I am not pushy.
As if you were some ideal mother. You can't even control your own son.
Wait a
It's
minute.
a wonder we...
Wait a minute. Just please be quiet. Sit down. You stop telling me what to do.
Somebody's been a bad influence.
I'm proud of you.
I suppose I just finally had enough.
It's a beautiful story. Do you really think so? Everyone would be amazed to know that you had this in you. People would just think I was being silly. Or worse. Margot, do you remember the stories Daddy used to tell us? About the two Paulas? Of course. Good Paula and bad Paula. Everyone expects me to be bad Paula, so I try not to disappoint them. Good Paula's just for me. I keep her here. I don't let her out in public. Well, why not show them who you really are? Good Paula's not strong enough. She hides and lets bad Paula do the talking. Except in my diary. Well, whichever one of you wrote this, I think it's very fine. You know, You are old enough to know by now that there's no harm in being yourself.
I try, Margot. Really, I do. It's just other people keep getting in the way.